I got a question. Which of the bottom teams of the 10 could do something like the Cavs did this last year? An example is, so like, who do you think could make the play-in? I mean, we're not going to go extreme and be like one person's going to make the playoffs, but are any teams jumping out where you're like, they might be really good next year, like surprise some people?
Well, I believe the Portland Trailblazers were in the bottom 10, correct?
Yep.
So, I mean, that would be my initial pick, just looking at Damian Lillard coming back fully healthy and them having a top 10 pick that they can either pick a player with, or more likely they're going to use to trade to bring some other star in or star-like player. And I really like Anthony Simons. What we saw from him this year, I think, really encouraging. Feels like they don't really lose a beat when getting rid of CJ McCollum. In fact, they won more games after getting rid of him, and it was plenty of time for a shakeup, obviously. What I'm really curious about is just what they're going to have at like that power forward position. Like, do they get a guy like, a guy like Julius Randle, or do they get a guy like Jerry Grant and, more of your 3 to 4 combo? I think what we've seen in the playoffs so far is that you do not necessarily need a great big man. A lot of teams are playing small ball and they're doing plenty great. Who's Dwight Powell for the Dallas Mavericks? He's the tallest player starting in the lineup out of all 4 teams in the playoffs right now.
And he only plays 10 minutes a game because of how fast and small they play now.
Yeah, so he's a quote unquote starter just to get them the tip.
Yeah, pretty much.
But like Maxi Kleber plays a bunch more.
Yeah, he's been playing their center
because he can shoot.
Mm-hmm.
And
him and Bertans.
Yep,
which are like virtually the same people. Same skill set.
Plenty tall, but doesn't play much defense. I guess he's figured it out.
Neither one does. Maxi Kleber at least tries, I guess.
Yeah, I like Kleber. But yeah, the Portland Trailblazers, anyways, I definitely think they're going to make a splash in either free agency or the trade market this offseason. And, assuming they keep Damian Lillard in that instance. So that would be my team.
Yeah, I thought about those teams. So like them, the Kings, and the Lakers certainly have all the stars to make a play-in entrance. And of course, the Pelicans were in bottom 10, but all of them. But when I think of a young team that could make it, I look at the Pacers. I really have a lot of faith in Tyrese Halliburton. He's already an elite playmaker. It's just he has to get more aggressive with scoring, find his own shots. I think they have a lot of rotation players as is. Isaiah Jackson, O'Shea Brissett have really come out. Hield is a great rotation player on any team because of how good of shooting he is. They still have Brogdon and Turner. No matter what they get from them, they're going to get some sort of value back, or if they keep them, they could certainly. And whomever they draft at the 6th pick, I mean, there's Johnny Davis if they want to put a scoring guard next to them, or they can get a guy like Jalen Duran and definitely go out and trade Turner and get somebody who could win now. Or they could just draft a guy like Keegan Murray for just some extra defense in there next to Miles Turner. So they have a lot of options. So I think we're going to be surprised on what they do throughout the season up until the trade deadline, but I think they could make some waves, or at least start off really hot in this league.
Yeah, I think they need to make a move or two this offseason. I definitely expect them to keep the pick. They made a great pick this last season with Chris Duarte, so we'll see some more growth out of him this year. And I think alongside Miles Turner in an expanded role, hopefully for himself, now that Sabonis isn't there.
Yeah.
And Tyrese Halliburton, like we saw even just when he went to Indiana, the increase in his role and his stats and efficiency from that just already. So excited to see year 3. Crazy to think it's only been 2 years of Tyrese Halliburton. This guy is going to be fucking excellent. I tell you what.
Oh yeah, definitely. All of them, I'm super excited. I forgot all about Chris Duarte. Had a great scoring season. He played some decent defense for a rookie. And obviously O'Shea Brissett and Isaiah Jackson. They have a nice young core. Whomever they draft should add to it. I do think, a wing wouldn't be bad to pick up.
Yeah, I think they could use a scorer, after they got rid of Karis LeVert, and we'll see what they do with Malcolm Brogdon. But regardless,
I think he's definitely gone.
He's not going to be around forever. So I think you got to have somebody who can step in, if it's not this year, in a year or two.
Yeah, I think AJ Griffin would be a really nice wing for them to add some 3-point shooting on the wing from Duke. I think he could be really good. But yeah, I think Brogdon's definitely gone, and we can do another video on a next few episodes on some trade targets for Brogdon and where he might go, because I think he's definitely gone now that Halliburton's gone. I mean, Halliburton's here. I don't think he fits this team anymore, nor the timeline.
Yeah,
and they could definitely get stuff back for him. He's certainly a valuable player, and he could be a point guard or shooting guard on any playoff team, I think.
Yeah, I think it's a great opportunity to trade him. They'll definitely get something worthwhile back. So they're in a position where they need to just rebuild a little bit. I don't know if Rick Carlisle likes being a part of a rebuild. Maybe I think he might have family in Indiana. I'm not totally sure. But I don't know. Best of luck with that.
Yeah, I think he could do a lot with Tyrese Halliburton. He was a huge part of developing Luka into the NBA. So I think that's only helping them.
No doubt. Yeah, no doubt. I think Rick Carlisle is a fantastic coach on paper from what we've seen. So really curious to see how this Indiana Pacers team grows.
Certainly. So speaking of Bucks, nobody's talking about the Bucks. Oh, wow, I'm just here to tell you guys, like and subscribe, but please do that. Also, comment below. Let us know what you guys thought about this video. If you want to roast us, roast us. If you want to compliment us, please, I need compliments.